Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a viral fan theory that's absolutely taken over the football community. You know how the transfer window is? It's this chaotic circus of rumors, agents leaking half-truths, and journalists scrambling for exclusives. But amidst all that noise, a really fascinating hypothesis has popped up. It suggests that Real Madrid's public transfer denials are actually covert confirmations. Sounds bold, right? But the internet has brought some incredibly compelling historical receipts. So let's dive into the data and see if we can decode the matrix of modern football transfers.
That brings us to the big million-dollar question sending fans into an absolute frenzy. Does a transfer denial actually mean yes? If you follow European football, you know the summer silly season is an absolute minefield. You've got agents playing mind games, clubs trying to leverage better deals, and endless smokescreens designed to throw rivals off the scent. But what if we've got it all backward? What if the very act of a massive, globally recognized club officially grabbing the microphone and saying no is literally the biggest, most definitive yes of all?
Madrid denied Olise. Olise deleted his Instagram. This super cryptic opening text from a YouTube short by a creator named The Football Jockey sets the perfect stage for our digital detective work today. It's punchy, it's mysterious, and honestly, it brilliantly captures modern football fandom. In just a handful of words, it connects a carefully calculated corporate PR move with a deeply personal, totally reactionary digital footprint from a young player. The club formally says no, and boom, the player abruptly goes completely dark online. Suddenly, every single fan becomes a forensic analyst.
Section 1. The Olise Transfer Mystery.
Just think about the sheer volume of traction this theory gained in such a short amount of time. Published on June 22, 2026, this single, fast-paced clip pulled in over 250,000 views almost instantly. Throw in 17,000 likes and dozens of frantic comments, and it's pretty clear this isn't just some fringe, tinfoil hat idea bouncing around an obscure forum. It's a massive narrative resonating with millions of fans across the globe. And the reason why is simple. Fans are incredibly hungry to decode the unspoken language of the transfer market. We all want a peek behind the curtain to see how the mega deals are really done when the cameras are off.
And this brings up the core paradox of the source text we're analyzing. There is a stark, undeniable contrast between two distinct realities. On one side of the coin, you have the highly publicized action of the club, executives aggressively shutting down reporters and issuing definitive denials. But then, on the flip side, you have the inevitable summer reality. The players signing the contract anyway. It's this fascinating, almost theatrical look at the canyon-sized gap between front-facing PR and the behind-the-scenes boardroom realities where the actual mega millions change hands.
Section 2. Beckham and Ronaldo Patterns.
To prove this covert code isn't just some modern invention from the social media era, the creator traces a rapid-fire chronological sequence showing it's actually existed since at least 2003. Think back to the absolute media circus surrounding David Beckham. Madrid fiercely and publicly denied him in 2003, with executives swearing up and down no deal was happening, only for him to sign that very same summer to massive fanfare. Fast forward a bit, and the exact same sequence played out with Cristiano Ronaldo. The club vehemently denies the rumors, the fans panic, the journalists scramble, and then, boom, the player signs and holds up the shirt. The blueprint was well and truly established.
Section 3. The 3-year Mbappé saga.
The crucial point to remember here revolves around one specific number: 3. For 3 long, agonizing years, Madrid publicly denied the Kylian Mbappé transfer. Think about how exhausting that was for the football world. For 3 consecutive summer windows, they pushed back against the press, issued carefully worded statements, and played down the hype. And yet, after that grueling 3-year wait of endless speculation, he eventually signed anyway. That prolonged, dramatic saga completely cemented the idea for the global fan base that a denial, no matter how aggressive or how long it goes on, is essentially meaningless when it comes to this specific club pursuing a superstar.
Section 4. 5 players in white. Digging deeper, the creator points out there have been exactly 5 massive public denials matching this exact deceptive pattern over the years. 5 separate times the public was explicitly told to look the other way. We're talking official press releases, angry leaks to favored journalists to shut down rumors, and club executives literally shaking their heads at press conferences. 5 times the global sports media was given the absolute runaround by a PR machine apparently designed to lower expectations and protect negotiating power.
And what was the ultimate reality? All 5 of those specific players ended up wearing the famous white shirt of Real Madrid, smiling for the cameras at the Santiago Bernabeu.
The track record presented in this viral short is absolutely flawless. When you lay out this historical sequence of events, the pattern is just impossible to ignore. We're looking at a literal 100% conversion rate from an aggressive public denial to an ultimate blockbuster signing. Historically speaking, the club's no has been the single most reliable indicator of a massive incoming yes.
Section 5. The sixth denial. Which brings us right back to the current window. According to this highly viral reasoning, Olise represents the sixth denial that has just landed squarely in the middle of the transfer market. If the historical formula holds true, if those legendary pursuits of Beckham, Ronaldo, and Mbappe really did set the precedent, then the club's firm denial of Olise isn't a closed door at all. Far from it. It's just step one in a very familiar, meticulously choreographed dance they've perfected over 2 decades. The PR denial is essentially just the opening move in a high-stakes chess match.
The creator's final verdict on this historical code is absolute and totally unwavering. Wrapping up their analysis, the football jockey emphatically states he is coming. Despite all the club's loud protests, and despite the sudden, mysterious silence on the player's end with his deleted social media, the historical data tells this creator that Olise is definitely arriving. For anyone buying into this theory, the pattern essentially dictates the future, turning an official club statement into nothing more than a confirmed arrival announcement in disguise.
So, as we wrap up this explainer on the fascinating psychology and hidden codes of the modern transfer market, I want to leave you with something to ponder. We've seen the underlying data, we've tracked the undeniable timeline from 2003 all the way to 2026, and we've decoded the creator's central message. But the football market never sleeps, and those rumors are only going to keep swirling. So I have to ask you, if this covert pattern truly is the ultimate, undeniable indicator of a mega signing, who's going to be the next global superstar caught in this inevitable cycle? Who will be denial number 7?